so those that cut grass know that it's important. So those freak for grass, right? Is it important if your blades are sharp?
Yeah.
It'll still cut if they're dull, right? It will, but it's hard for the grass. It changes the shape of the grass, it rips the grass, it tears the grass. It's not actually good for the health of the lawn. So same reason we don't get our haircuts with dull scissors. They need to be sharp, right? Because it's a good, clean, crisp cut. Same thing with your mind. If you don't do things to make yourself more relevant, to make yourself, know more about the product, about the process, about everything, if you're not working on getting yourself better, what's happening? We're 3/4 of the way through the year. If you're not working on yourself, if you're not working on making yourself better and stronger and learning the process and practicing the objections and working on phone scripts, if you're not doing those things, what chance do you have of getting any better? It's no different than at the end of the season if you're cutting lawn and you've got dull blades. Yes, it will cut, but it is not cutting nearly the way it did when you first started the season. So we think back to early on this year, we start to all the day, it's winter, it's a little slower out. We've got time to train, we've got time to practice, we've got time to do this. Last month, you may have said, hey, there wasn't a lot of time. We were slammed last month. I didn't have a lot of time to work on myself. I didn't have time to research the market. I didn't have time to practice. So other than the VA auto objections, is there anything else you pulled from the process book that you focused on? That we said, hey, you know what? I want to get better at this month. So there's a very famous quote by Abe Lincoln. I don't know if any of you have heard this quote, but I absolutely love this quote. It's, give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I will spend the first hour sharpening the axe. So as corny as that sounds, you got 6 hours to chop down a tree. I want the first hour just to make sure the axe is sharp. Because how long is it going to take you to cut down that tree if you have a dull axe? Take forever. Why not just swing another piece of wood at the tree? It's nothing. So if we're not working on sharpening who we are, this is what's going to take us to the next level. We absolutely dominated last month. We won the company by a significant margin. So the big piece we need to do is we need to continue to get better and better and better. So obviously we can see in the room today with missing people that illness will plague us this month. We know there's going to be credit challenges this month. We know there's probably going to be inventory challenges this month. So everything is against us, making it harder to cut down this tree or harder to cut this grass. But everyone in this room made it today, and you've started, and this is October, and we're going to crush it. So we're now in the final quarter of the year. So are you prepared to duplicate last month? Or was last month too hard for you? So let's look at what you have. Let's look at the details and let's dig in. Let's make sure if we have cars that go to shipped rail that we're grabbing the deal bag, we're updating all this stuff, that we are prepared for this, guest, that we're not, oh crud, I can't believe this car is already here and I'm not prepared for it. Let's make sure we're ahead of that stuff because that's what's going to take us to 150 and eventually will take us to 200. We cannot get there doing the same thing. The Einstein quote too, of doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results is what? Insanity. That's the definition of insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. It's never going to change. You have to make you better. I can't make you better. I'm happy to watch and I will help every step of the way, but you have to want to make you better. Does that make sense? Mindset, quarter 4. Okay.